It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football and certainly the loudest as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ball on these two. Ball on these two. I think you got it, Ted.
On first down, Meadows. And an alley to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these...
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
You better be
On second down, Meadows, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Mahomes now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 37.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on the opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Switch. Yellow.
They'll run on first down. Meadows. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and that'll be second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
From the 2 now, second and goal. He'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And they're able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after here coming up. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 23-yard line.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
Check 53.
Five.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. That's the run. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53.
On first and 10, Wilcox. Over the middle, complete. It's Simon. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
At the 30-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Simon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down. 15 yards there.
Ready, set.
52's the Mike. Check. 52's the Mike. Okay, double.
Hey, Sam off.
Throwing on first down. Wilcox. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
Ready?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
5.
On first down, Wilcox. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a second down.
Go.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to throw. Wilcox. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Simon. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive going to plan so far.
Check.
On first down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
At the 7-yard line.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. From the gun, Wilcox. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The point after is good, and we are tied at 7.
That ties the game.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Rip left, rip left.
On second down now. Meadows and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Yellow, yellow. 50, yellow.
53's the mark. 53.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Taking it about the 16. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Recon, 132 fighter.
To throw on second down. Wilcox. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Ready up.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Operating from the gun. Wilcox. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Simon. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Hey, Wahoo!
No, check that. We're on Mike 52 right here.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Mike 52.
Squeeze!
Let's go. Let's bring it.
From the gun, Wilcox. And that's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter shift your defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
Looking to throw. Wilcox got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. From 4 yards out, and the Ravens have taken the lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Kill. Hey, 43.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Out. 15.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 43.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
They'll run on first down. Meadows. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, 57 colors. Hey, Sunday.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Over the middle, complete. That's Watts. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
On 2nd down, Meadows. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now here's Mahomes, forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Hey, yo, go gun.
98 to Mike.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Hey, Sunday.
Come again. Back. Check hot route.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's going to be caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. In for the score, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand-new ball game. The extra point up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
53, check safety.
61, match box, white.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The 40, the 20, 10, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So they grabbed the lead just before half with a clock reading 0-0-0.
How about snatching things right at the end and grabbing a little bit of control. What a great way to go into the locker room. It's similar to a boxer flurrying in the last 30 seconds of a round and stealing the round. Great job.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. Pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
The 27-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Back to throw. Wilcox. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Simon. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
On first down, Hobbs. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Yes, yes. Hey, Echo.
53, check 53. Hey, D-Line.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilcox. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened before?
No, but stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard. And it'll be second down.
Back at his own 49.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Drop deep, drop deep. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Collect.
Player, 60.
They'll keep it on the ground. Meadows. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Attacking, attack.
They'll try the left side. Meadows. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Fire down these two. Fire down these two.
6 man. Check cross, check cross, check cross.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now the Chiefs bring on their field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that'll bring them back within 4. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. This is fielded at the goal line. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
3 down, 3 down.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Chopper.
They'll keep it on the ground. Meadows. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Yellow. Argo blue lady.
Watch the run.
Hey, 15.
Joker.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Fight on these two. Argo blue lady.
Here we go. Check. Lucky.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
2nd down and goal. Mahomes dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. Mahomes now to throw. And he's caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. As his guys are in for 6. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the ready.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood. Check up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
To throw on second down. Wilcox, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Simon. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun. Wilcox looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Back two, the Mike. Mike back two. Mike back two. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Hey, Charlie.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Where's 52?
Bravo.
52's the Mike.
Now.
On 4th down, Wilcox. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
First down.
52.
On 1st and 10, Wilcox. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the 46-yard line.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Undercrush.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Hey, right 52.
Ready?
2nd and 4. Over the middle, complete. That's Simon. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Watch QB drop.
Throwing on first down, Wilcox. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
First down, Ravens.
Hey, high 7. Deep grip.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Ready? 52's the mic.
From the gun, Wilcox. And that's caught by Aiken. Touchdown, Ravens. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. No problem there on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Ravens 28.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. And a lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Ready? 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. They'll keep it on the ground. Hobbs. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And it's 3rd down.
Down. 8-3. Blue draw Corcoran.
See me. You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Shoot, shoot.
General West.
Check this guy.
Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hobbs. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Set, ready? 18 Gator.
Two right here. He's tired of winning.
5.
They'll run on 1st down. Hobbs. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Come on, set. 30 base.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Protein spill.
Check. Check for you.
Hard. Hey. Shoot.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Let's go now. 70, Indy. 53,
Mike, 53. Hey, get away from him.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, exit.
Safety creep. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
6-6, bullet high.
Twist.
Now.
On third down, Hobbs, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there with time running out, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Extra point right down the middle, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Chiefs 31.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Yellow.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.